Debonair. Okay.
What's good, y'all? Shout out to Notification Gang for hitting the like button. And the video didn't even start yet. Y'all the realest ones in it. I appreciate you anyway. I told y'all. We've been doing this video for the last year and some change, year and a couple months, something like that. I told y'all she was going to win. Before that, I told y'all she was going to file a lawsuit. When this story first broke out, and I found out she was married, I said, bro, she got to protect, unless they're in an open relationship, which I don't think that they are. Unless they're in an open relationship, she got to do what she can do to not only save her marriage, but to save her face. Y'all boys gonna learn. I say this all the damn, if I remember, I put the at the top. I say this all the goddamn time. No classmates, no co-workers, no neighbors. No classmates, no co-workers, no neighbors. Because now is what? 8 officers, 8 or 9, however many officers. I can't even remember. I think it was like 6 or 9, something like that. All of them got fired. Half of their ass married, so you know they're going through a divorce right now. Maegan Hall sues and wins a $500,000 lawsuit against the police department. And I believe, if I'm not mistaken, I was reading the article. It also said that she's filing a federal lawsuit, which is going to be even more money. She probably going to win a couple mil, probably 10 mil off that. We ain't going to get an update on that probably until 2025, 2026. But let's get into it, y'all.
Thank you, Katie. You may remember the eyebrow-raising sex scandal that rocked the Laverne Police Department. We first told you about the mess in January of last year. The shocking details sounded like a bad movie script, made national news, as 5 officers and then the police chief all fired. The city then found itself facing a lawsuit filed by a former female officer. Well, tonight word comes the city has settled the case with a hefty payment. Our Nikki Hauser heard directly from city leaders.
After that scandal, former police officer Maegan Hall sued the city. Then tonight, over a year later, the city of Laverne held a special meeting in which they decided they would pay out Maegan Hall $500,000, officially ending that lawsuit.
Motion to approve as it is written here.
It took less than 5 minutes.
No.
Alderman Hobbs?
Aye.
Alderman Hobbs?
Aye.
Vice Mayor Dunn?
Aye.
Motion passes.
For the Laverne city leaders to say yes, they'll pay former police officer Maegan Hall $500,000.
What message does that send to all the other employees?
Alderman Dennis Waldron was the only dissenting vote.
It's sending a message out to everybody in the world, said, come to Laverne, sue Laverne because they're going to settle.
The city as a whole now agreeing to pay Hall, but denying any admission of liability.
It's hard being in the minority.
This after the story of the Laverne police sex scandal exploded early last year, revealing.
Let me say this, y'all. Let me say this. The gentleman is correct. What is this going to teach everyone else? You can come there and sue them, even though they're saying that they didn't do anything wrong, even though you had countless amounts of evidence, text messages, video, pictures and videos, news that they were sending each other, emails, all these crazy damn things, and they still allowed her to do this. Why? Why, fellas? Let me say this. If this was a man, y'all know where I'm going with this. If this was a male police officer or whatever other worker, who slept with 7 other females at his job, higher up, subordinate, same level, whatever. Do y'all think that he would have been able to, first of all, to sue, number one, but do y'all think he would have been able to win $500,000? I said this over a year ago. Again, if I remember, I put it in the description. I put it put the at the top. I said this over a year ago, where I was like, "Yo, listen, the police department has no choice but to pay out to save face for her. She has no choice but to sue them to save face for herself and for her marriage." I've been knew she was gonna win this. This was like, I saw this coming a mile away. The minute that this story first broke out, I said, yo, she about to sue. She about to come up. How much money do y'all think she's going to win in her federal lawsuit? I'm thinking that's going to be well over $1 million. I'm thinking 2.5, maybe even $5 million. I don't think it's going to be more than 10 million. But I honestly believe it's going to be probably about 2 mil, 2-3 mil, somewhere around there. No more than 5. No more than 5. Y'all boys want to keep playing with your life? Y'all boys want to sleep with these subordinates or hell, even like higher ups and stuff like that? Y'all boys is going to learn. Y'all boys is going to learn. There is no reason you should, and let me speak on me. I've been in the management role now for at least a decade now. I want to say over a decade, because I technically was a supervisor. 2000, I became supervisor 2014, 2015, somewhere around there. Yeah, 10 years. 10 years. I have never messed with anyone under me. Now, I've told the story about me and a supervisor, but that was back when I was part-time and she was the full-timer. She was a, well, I ain't gonna get too specific, but she was a supervisor. I was a part-timer there at my current job. I told you about that story whenever I told that, so I don't even remember when. But that was another thing. Since I became full-time, since I became a manager, I have never done anything like that, mainly because I don't want it to come back to me, number one. I know for a fact that it could be spun any way, shape, or form to make it seem like, oh, I was forcefully doing ABC 1, 2, 3. And that's what I'm terrified of. Because whether it comes out, obviously I prefer it will come out consensual. But if it comes out or she's trying to make a case saying, oh, it was non-consensual, not only do I lose my job, but now I'm facing jail time. Compared to it being, consensual, it's just me losing my job. All right, cool, I can find another job. It is what it is, whatever. But I don't want any of that. I'm ready to go on my terms when I'm ready to leave. There is no, I don't give a damn how, and I'm telling y'all right now, I got some at my job. Like, I'm talking about, damn, I ain't gonna lie. But I still know in the back of my head, bro, nah, keep it professional. Don't even do it. Not worth it. What did these officers do? They saw, again, assuming she's telling the truth, they saw her and I don't think she's attractive, but they saw some type of attraction towards her and decided to go ahead and do whatever they wanted to do. Again, assuming that she was telling the truth, saying, oh, I said no, this, that, third. I don't think, I think she wanted to sleep with all these dudes, but we read the messages. We saw the video. We saw the pictures, her sending news out to these guys, her driving to meet these guys on and off the clock. You was being pressured to do this off the clock too? How was that possible? Why didn't you talk to HR? You mean to tell me the minute that everybody found out about it, now until you want to start talking about, oh, well, this happened and that happened. Why you ain't been said this? Attorney of Affairs was looking at her like, bro, we ain't know nothing about this. Like, when did this happen? Let's keep going, man.
A pattern of inappropriate activity inside the department. Reports detail sex between officers on duty and on city property, intimate photos and videos shared among officers, and silence from the police chief, who was clued into what was happening.
Convince her to engage in sexual activity that she didn't want to.
Hall and her lawyer claim it was a hostile work environment that groomed her.
While I was aspiring to protect my community, the Laverne Police Department was not protecting me.
She, along with 4 other officers and the police chief, were fired. Hall talked to News Channel 5 about the affair early last year.
I know what most people are saying. You could have said no. I get it. But my response to them is that I did say no, and he wouldn't take it for an answer. Eventually, I gave in from pressure.
Wednesday's vote ends both Hall's lawsuit against the city and against 3 of her former superiors in the department.
We have improved a lot.
As the city still works to rebuild trust in the public eye. Nikki Hauser, News Channel 5.
Thank you, Nikki. The city says their insurance provider will pay the $500,000 to Hall. They say it's a gross settlement, including court costs, attorney's fees, and expenses. To be clear, they say it's not taxpayer money, and the city adds that they still deny any admission of liability.
Of course, we have to deny it, man. Of course, because if you said, yes, we did this wrong, that would have been that 500 mil. I mean, I'm sorry, I keep saying 500 million. That 500,000 would have been 5 million, if not more. Fellas, no classmates, no coworkers, no neighbors. If you wanted to pick one out of the 3, I would say classmate. I wouldn't say a coworker because, number one, assuming this is a job or a career that you want to do 30 years in, 9 times out of 10, you're going to be stuck with her for the next 30 years. If this is a situation, if it's a situation where it's your neighbor, let's say you just bought a house, you got a mortgage now. I'm assuming you're going to be living in that house for the next minimum 10 years, 20 years before you think about reselling or whatever you want to do. On apartment, same thing. In my neighborhood, bro, in my complex alone, y'all don't understand how many badass, attractive women I have in my area. In my complex alone. I live right next to a university. I'm not going to say where. I live right next to a university. Majority of my neighbors, my female neighbors, attend that university. Bad as hell. Knocking on my door. Oh, we about to have a pool party if you want to come. Nah, I'm good. Oh, we're outside. We have a tent day. We're good. Nah, I'm good. Easter coming around corner. They over here putting stickers on everybody's door. Talk about come out here and Easter egg hunt. Girl, I am grown. Leave me alone. I'm a grown ass man. What the hell am I doing an Easter egg? You don't get your ass on? These are the things I'm telling y'all boys right now. HR will almost always take the woman's side and not yours. Even though, like they said, y'all saw what y'all heard what he said. Yo, we got pictures, text messages, video footages of her doing extracurricular activities to herself and sending them to other officers. How did somebody force you to do that off the clock? HR will almost always believe the woman over you. Fellas, y'all boys think it's a game. Y'all boys think it's a game. Play around with it if you want to. I saw this coming a mile away, man. This is crazy. I want y'all to comment down below. Let me know what you thought about this video, man. Thanks for watching. Until next time, please, man, be safe for her, cubs.